one under his leadership, His Excellency Simon Ekpa. Anybody that is confusing anyone or telling you there is another, no, there is nothing. There's just one, recognized by His Excellency Simon Ekpa. And we can pray. Once he has that communication, Biafrans, we understand that Obato Obie does not take no crap from nobody. No matter who you are, you must respect that authority. That authority is the only thing that can protect all of us. But we thank God, somebody said this is a transition period. If these things does not happen, Biafrans will not know who is following our prime minister, who wants him to fail, who wants him to be out.
Welcome, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world. I welcome you once again to this amazing platform where we disseminate information that has to do with the restoration of independent state of Biafra. I appreciate everyone that has connected to this platform. This is Biafra Exodus Hard Talk TV, a platform that stands for the United States of Biafra, under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and on the supreme command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and today, under the leadership of Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, the Deputy Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra, COS interim. I welcome all of you to this very platform. Happy New Year to everyone that is watching, wherever you are watching from. We are in a new year. And as we enter the new year, many people are asking questions and they say, what next? Where is the way to go? The way to go is simple. We are pursuing the recognition of the United States of Biafra and the restoration of Biafra fully on the ground. That is the phase where we are today. Every one of us must continue to give our contribution the best way we can. And remember, I urge you to like and share. Share to your neighbors, share to your family, share to everyone to key in and join us on this gospel. Do not be distracted. Regardless what you hear, regardless what you see, regardless the propaganda and blackmail that is flying from right, left, and center, do not get distracted. Be focused, because Biafra have been declared on the 29th of November 2024, and there is no going back. We are pursuing the recognition of Biafra.
Okay. I traveled on the 22nd and I came back on the 8th of January.
Okay.
I think the whole insecurity in the southeast and Anambra in particular is being blown out of proportion.
You think so?
Yes. I mean, I'm coming from there. The media is not doing us any good by. I don't know if they're paying the media to destroy the economy of Southeast, to raise, to put fear in the people from the Southeast. A lot of people traveled. I mean, the crimes in the Southeast is also something you can find in the Southwest or in the North. We've had where people are killed, where you see people carrying human head in the Southwest and stuff like that. I mean, it's not being reported. Southwest is not meant to look as if there is a kind of special insecurity.
There is, or become very frequent, especially within urban states.
No, exactly, but we see it as normal crime that are being committed by criminals, and all the security agents need to do is to go after this criminal. There's no fear or tension
like
built around it, like it is being built around the South. So I think the media are not reporting it very, very well. They are rather putting a lot of fears in the lives of the. I'm not saying that crimes is not going on there, but the way it's being reported as if people should just run away from that region. It's not inhabitable, it's not safe. I mean, we're coming out, it's not as if every day on the street you see these things happen, but once in a while it do happen. And again, also, I must say that most of these crimes is the security forces also are very much involved in this insecurity. I can assure you, Esther, if you go to Southeast, you have this sense of, peace all over the place. But whenever you come across the security forces, the police, the military, you can see what EFCC did. Most of these tensions is caused by the military and the security forces. That we are helpless. There's nothing.
So you're saying that some of the stories we are seeing, especially about the latest one now, where a young lady who is a banker was kidnapped. The family paid money to the kidnappers, but they killed her. They dumped her on the road. We saw pictures, we saw videos. We also heard of a particular media mogul who owns a radio and television station who was almost killed by the military agents along that axis, if not for the fact that the head of the unit decided to contact the DSS and that confirmation. Otherwise, they would have been killed on the spot.
Exactly.
Massive kidnappings, killings, unwarranted killings. And there's even a bounty on those who actually, the last killing that happened, there's a bounty on their head. There is now a special operation unit or security unit by Governor Chukwuma Soludo. All right. So if it was not as intense as you say, then why are all these measures to curtail it?
Now, within the people, there is peace. You are walking on the street, you are not seeing mean-looking guys. You see everybody that came home to celebrate, that want to visit relatives. If you enter the vehicle, there is peace. You go on the street, there is peace everywhere.
All right.
Now, look at what happened to this television and radio station owner. He was accosted by the military. Now, if this man were to be traveling with maybe 4 young guys like himself, they will kidnap them, collect ransom, and kill them. This is clear. This is military. Now, how can you accost people on the road, harass them just like that, and call them IPOB, or I call them kidnappers? Is that how kidnappers operate? Now, look at this banker. How are we sure the same fate that befell this CEO is not the same fate that befell this young lady? Now, when they kidnap, look, when you see most of this kidnapping and killing, I can assure you security operatives are involved, because if they release them alive, they're going to implicate them. For instance, the CEO that was, if they had, after that they will kidnap them, they'll abduct them. Number one, they will come in as military. Harassing, of course, you will give in. They do this, let me say, the security agents in the Southeast are now kidnapping and getting involved in so many crimes with as if they were licensed. Because they are security. Look at what EFCC did in this young man. Assuming this young man doesn't have a gun, if they end up breaking in, nobody would know who. So with the license of EFCC, they commit crimes. They abduct people, rich men. Once they see a rich man coming around the Southeast and they know that this man is a rich man, they will use the opportunity. With their outfit, you cannot resist them. Even people around cannot resist them. Okay? And they will abduct this young man and collect money. And when this young man discovers that, probably through their vehicle or materials you will find in their vehicles, they will collect this ransom and kill them. There's massive crimes in the South is being committed by security operative, by police, by EFCC. Look, one day was rough-handled by NAVDAC. Is it NAVDAC? Yes. I saw them on the road, and the way they were harassing people and searching.
In Lagos?
In the East. Oh, in the East. I was traveling from Nnewi to Anambra. I saw a guy. I don't think they don't cultivate marijuana around Southeast. I don't know why you are all over Southeast. Where they cultivate this in the Southwest. You are not harassing them in as much as you are harassing them in the Southeast. And I was rough-handled. In fact, I lost one of my nails in the process, because I tried to challenge them. And if you talk in the Southeast, if you challenge them, you're as good as dead. They'll be like, it's as if there's a mission. It's as if the federal government poured these people in the South. There's a particular mission. I've said this time without, no matter what is going on in the South, there is a mission by the federal government of Nigeria. Because otherwise, we've reported this since and nothing is done. This CEO have you seen the army say anything? Sorry? Or we're investigating. Oh, who did this? No, it doesn't happen. We've reported several occasions, even myself. in the course of trying to cover what is going on in Southeast, have been harassed. We've reported it, and when you report it, it goes down. They don't say anything about it. And then, they will come up and start telling you how they are winning. Now,
so all these supposed unknown gunmen that have killed people, we don't see their faces, they wear masks. Are we saying that these are state-sponsored persons?
There is no unknown government. The federal government is created the unknown government. The unknown government is simple. Asari Dikibo. How can you, we keep on saying it, how can you engage a militant, pour him in Southeast, and then you are looking for unknown government? Is that possible? Now, the federal government and the military are the creators of the unknown government. Remember, before they moved into Southeast, there was nothing like gunmen, not to talk of the unknown. They were, in fact, the first time I heard unknown gunmen, I heard it from the military. I read it when the military said unknown gunmen. So they knew the unknown gunmen. Okay? In their desperation to, I don't even know how to explain the essence of moving in a militant, arming them in the Southeast. And now what did they do? Turning around to arrest our youths, burn our villages in the name of looking for the unknown government. So the unknown government, we've uncovered it. It is the federal government of Nigeria that put in that.
That's a huge allegation, Lolo. That's a huge allegation.
Asari Dikibo is a non-militant. He's a militant from South. Okay. We all know. And then he came to the national TV to say he was engaged. Now, after the federal government moved in the military in a region that has no crime, whatever, where there was nothing like crime, all we have was sit at home. And we believe that they said they are sending them there to relax the sit at home. How can they now engage a militant to Southeast? And immediately, the military, of course, and the militant moved in. We begin to see the unknown government. What else do you want us to say? And the IPOP they are talking about, even IPOP has been around since 2015 till date. We've not seen them carry gun, really. They've protested. We've not really seen them carry gun. We've not really had an incident where the military had a shootout with IPOP and they arrested some. And they, not just like they do with Boko Haram.
Yes.
They will tell you there's a shootout. They killed 5 militaries. Militaries killed 10 of them and then arrested them. It has never happened in the history of Southeast that there has been a shootout between the military. What we hear is we killed. In fact, they never arrested the military. Now, how are we sure that this IPOP that are being killed is not like the CEO that they arrested?
They just waste lives without checking, nothing.
Without checking, they just catch. So the pogrom has been on in the Southeast for quite some time. Now, instant killing, now kidnapping people and killing and calling. In fact, they disguise in whatever
and even
means.
Because there was a recent tweet done by Reno Mokri.
I'm coming to in whatever means they can kill. They kill without mercy. And we'll be shouting with crying. There have been several articles accusing the militaries, accusing the security force, and the federal government have not done anything about it. Talking about Reno Mokri, there's a gang up against Southeast. They are using people. They are paid people from the media to attack the Southeast from the media, and then they have the soldiers, the militants also in the Southeast. Not only Reno Mokri, even recently, this guy from the West, former Minister of Works, has joined. Fani Kayode has also joined, where he's trying to analyze the coup plotters. And he said 98% of the coup plotters are from the Southeast.
But that's not true.
That's not true. In fact, if I can mention the names of the coup plotters, we have about 7 Igbo, 7 Igbo, then 5 Yoruba people, and then about 5 from the north, and then about some from the
Major
Midwest.
Chukuma Kaduna Nzogu, Igbo.
No Yoruba was killed. But all Easterners, Midwest, and then the East were killed. And now these same people that we believe released that statement are now resurrecting it with also 4 statements. How does out of 20, how does 7 make up 98% of 20?
It's even basically 14.
7,
the top guys were like 14 or something.
7 is not even up to 50% of 20. I have the names. If about 20 names, the Q plotters. Only 7. And then talking about the Q, Igbos have no business even conducting Q. If you look
who was
closely,
as a result of nepotism, corruption, and all. Those, I had a testimony of a frontline soldier.
Okay, now, if you ask me, I think there is a plan against the Southeast. So the government of the day will just look for a way to move it. Now, if you look at that very time, I think we should have a way of communicating with our Southwest brothers. You will say there's North and South. When Buhari was in power, at least there was nepotism, but he carried all the North along.
Yes.
Now, this is the South. What is happening? Only Southwest. They are not carrying the rest of the South along. And now that brings the question of the war. How come after the war, nobody from the West was killed? Even though we have about 5 of them. Who named it Igbo Q? So I think I'm using this opportunity to communicate to our Southwest brothers to mind the way they hit up the policy against the Igbos, actually.
Especially on social media. It's become so bad, Lolo. I want to take you back
and also false statements. I mean, if they are making statements of fact, it's a different ballgame, but false statements.
Twisting the narrative.
Now, and then I'm also going to tell them, now, I don't want to generalize this. It will be very, very unfair for me to... We have a lot of good Yoruba people, good good statesmen.
Yes.
Somebody like Pa Ayadebanjo, the guy that was just recently released from prison, Wale Soyinka actually went to jail during that war. He protested the war so much so that he was sent to jail for 2 years. So it won't be nice. But I think there are cabals in the north and in the southwest that have this issue with the east. I mean, Paolo was one of them. Yes, he has his own cartel that just put the heat on the southeast. Not all the Yorubas agreed. If you look at his policies,
do you think this thing became more obvious after the 2023 elections? Because I've never seen our politics this divided.
No, I think the APC government, the APC as a party that was formed by our current president, President Tinubu and Buhari, had a mission to continue the 1966 war and genocide.
Are you sure?
Yes.
That's a very huge allegation.
In fact, I stand to be corrected. Let them deny, because, they say action speaks louder than words. From 2015, the Igbos were removed from all over the place. No more federal character. All right? Now, it becomes worse in this era. And from 2015, there has been killing of the Southeast in the disguise of IPOP. Remember the Operation Python dance?
Yes.
There were a lot of killings during that time. And then remember, as Freddy Kubo said in his speech, he said he is a very close friend of Bola Tinubu. Their friendship they've been in good friendship for a very long time, according to us. So moving as Freddy Kubo to Southeast, I'll not be surprised if our current president played a role in it, because he was the APC national leader
at the time.
Now, looking at what is happening in the Southeast right now, him turning away from all the complaints, all the crying, all the operas in the media, the roadblocks, the killing, and the pointing and accusing fingers on the military. He has not done anything about it. The presidency have not reacted. The military, some of them that are very grievous, they will play it down. And also the media is not helping matters at all. Okay, look at this CEO that complained about the military and them wanting to kill him. What has the military said about it? It's dying down. In fact, even the media, look at the EFCC man that was shot. It's all over media. Now, in fact, they are trying to make it an Igbo man kill an Hausa man. Yes. They are trying to make it an ethnic...
Lolo, let's even look at that critically, because the truth has to be said. If you go on social media, quite a lot of Nigerians, regardless of their tribe, are actually saying, no, this time around, right? They are criticizing the EFCC. It's just unfortunate that certain persons are taking advantage to make it seem like it's a tribal thing, again, to heat up the polity, and that is so wrong.